Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me for another makeup tutorial. Today I did a soft smoky eye using purple eyeliner instead of black. So I'm trying to switch it up, do something different. I've tried a few different techniques. So if you guys want to get this look, then just keep watching. We are starting off with a bare face, and for one of my primers I'm using the Smashbox primer water. I really love this because it's just refreshing and it really wakens up my skin. And for pores I'm using the Benefit Pore-fessional. I'm just using a small amount and I'm going to rub that in the T-zone area, mostly where all my pores are really visible, so on my cheeks, on my nose, and a little bit on the forehead. And for my foundation, I'm using this Milani 2-in-1. It's really good stuff. Foundation and concealer. And I'm just going to put it on with my Sigma F80 brush. So I kind of just rub it down and then I pat it in, making sure that it's really soaked into the skin. You don't see any visible brush strokes. And it's really good just to buff this in. This foundation is really, really potent. So you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And now I'm going to use my Pore Real Technique sponge. It's talking now. It's pretty beat up. I really do need to get a new one. But nonetheless, I'm going to use a sponge to really push the product into the skin. Again, this is just going to make it look a lot lighter, not so thick, because this is a super full coverage foundation that it could look cakey. So you're just going to basically beat it into your face over and over and over until you get super tired. I'm not even kidding you guys. You have to really, really be there all day, bouncing it into your skin and making sure that it is in there. But it's going to give you a really nice result. And for under my eyes, I'm going to go in with my Pixi Brightening Peach Concealer, and I'm just going to put those on the little freckles I have, and I'm just pushing it in. And you'll notice that I'm just staying right on top of the little freckles. You don't have to take this product all the way up into your lower lash line. And then I'm just going to blend that away using the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, just very lightly. And then for concealer, I'm using the Master Conceal by Maybelline, and I'm just going to put that on top of that Brightening Peach. And I'm going to put a pretty generous amount. Just an upside down triangle underneath the eyes, a little bit on the forehead, just to even things out. And you see here that I didn't put it right up into the lash line. I don't do that just because I don't want it to be super thick under there. If it gets too thick underneath your lash line, it will start to crease. And so I just kind of put the least amount of product right there in that spot. So I'm just going to blend it away. And now I'm using this Pixi MultiBalm Sheer Scope. I really like this. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheekbones and on the forehead, basically the hairline, a little bit on the side of my eyes. And you're probably thinking like, what? But you guys just trust me, it's going to look good. And so you just want to blend this out. And I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush for this, and I'm just going to lightly blend it out. And the reason why I put a little bit right here on the side of my eyes is because I'm just going to create a shadow which kind of lifts my eye and elongates it as well. So it's kind of just tricking your eyes. I've been doing this new technique and I've been really liking it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And now for powder, I'm using the Lorac Mercier translucent powder with a big fluffy brush. This is by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm lightly going to tap that all over my face. And then for brows, I'm using my Pixi Natural Brow Duo. This is in soft black, and I really, really love this product. It's super fast. And here I'm just measuring out my brows. I like my brows to be very, very long. But if I measure it out, this is the way they're supposed to be. But for some reason, my brows are very, very short. And so I kind of just elongate them, make them look more symmetrical, and kind of make a nicer shape for my face. And there are the brows done. And now I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I'm just going to touch up on all the places where I put the Pixi MultiBalm Sheer Scope. sheer sculpt. I don't know why I say it so funny, but you just want to kind of go over those areas. And then I'm going to use my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm going to use this color here, soft brown. Sorry you guys, I can't speak. Soft brown, and I'm using the Morphe G17 brush, and I'm just going to put this all on the outer corners and also on the lower lash line as well. Really put a lot of eyeshadow on the outside parts of my eye. Again, that's just going to elongate everything and make everything look really cat eye and almond shaped. And then I'm going to put a little bit more right in the crease, just to get that area very, very defined. And I'm using a Sigma brush for this. I will have all the brushes listed in the description box below. And now I'm going to go in with the color Cool Gray right on the outer lash line. I'm just emphasizing that cat eye shape. So before I used the color Light Brown from the palette, and now I'm going to go in with Cool Gray. And I'm just putting that almost in the same spots, just right on top, just to kind of give it a little bit more depth and definition. So we're just blending the colors together, and I'm keeping it closer to the lash line. So I really blew out that last color, and this one is staying closer to the lash line. And now I'm going to go in with my Sonia Kashuk eyeliner, and this is a really nice purple shade. It's a dark purple, you can't really tell, but then I'm going to blend it out to hopefully bring out that purple a lot more. Up close you can see it, but from here it kind of just looks like a black eyeliner. But go ahead and just smudge it out, make it look really soft, and kind of even pull it up a little bit into the lid. I wanted this to look very, very smudged, not too harsh, not a lot of sharp lines. And then I'm going to go in with this on the waterline as well, just the lower outer half of the eye. So I'm not bringing it all the way in. And then I'm also going to tight line with this pencil. So you just want a tight line, you just put that underneath your lower lash waterline, upper lash waterline. And then I'm going to go in with this beautiful shimmery shade in Rosé from the same palette, and I'm just using my fingers, and I'm just going to lightly put that on the inner part of my lid, just so that it's not so matte. It's just a very nice sheen. And then for lashes, I'm using these Flutter lashes in Intoxicating. These are beautiful. They make such a big difference in the whole look. So I put those lashes on as well as mascara on the lower lash line. And of course, for the glow, I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. It is one of the best highlights ever, and I'm just putting that in a C on the side of my face, so a little bit on the temples, a little bit on the forehead, as well as the cheeks. For that pretty pink glowing blush, we're going to use Kat Von D in Love Song. And be careful with this because it's super potent, so you just need a little tiny bit. It's very, very pigmented, so try to just go in with it very slowly. Don't go ham with it because it will be a disaster. You will look like a clown. So just do a little bit at a time and you should be good. And for lips, I'm using this Milani lip liner in Natural. And I'm just going to line my lips with this and fill it in all the way. And of course, my favorite lipstick at the moment, Liquid Lip. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Naked. It's a very nice peachy color. And on top of that, Milani, it kind of turns it into more of a pink. And then just for the center of the lips, just to give you a really pouty look, I'm using this NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream in Cairo. And I'm just pushing it into the center of the lip only. And last but not least, I'm going to use my Pixi Makeup Fixie Mist. This is probably my favorite step just because it's so refreshing and it makes the makeup look so light and fresh after. So this is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial and that you found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a like and comment below what type of makeup looks you guys would want to see next. As always, my social networks are all in the description box below. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys in the next video.